hardest thing in life isn't Greetings, dear respected audience. This is Esther Mala, your firstly and successful global educator, corporate trainer, SDG, ESG, and technology enthusiast from Malaysia. Our dedicated project team of Elegant Empire Education welcomes you to the Real Talk with Experts Sustainable Development Goal Research Forum, offering quality education for all. We gladly welcome Assistant Professor Dr. Anjum Qureshi, our moderator and the project leader for this SDG Research Forum. In this forum, we will explore transformative strategies that empower communities through knowledge. Together, let us engage in insightful discussion that inspires action and foster collaboration for a sustainable future with our honorable, respected panelists, Dr. Randy Roldan B. Lenozo from Philippines. A brief intro about him. Dr. Randy is a Filipino academic administrator, educator, and civic welfare leader whose work exemplifies leadership guided by compassion, integrity, and impact. He currently serves as corporate director for academic excellence at Joji Ilangan International Schools and concurrent dean of Joji Ilangan International School, General Santos City Campus, where he leads curriculum alignment, quality assurance, accreditation, faculty development, and outcome-based education initiatives across multiple academic programs. He is also a doctor in management and holds a master degree in business management, majoring in human resource management. Thank you for joining us in this vital conversation. Welcome, Dr. Randy. Welcome, Dr. Randy.
Hello, mabuhay. Greetings from the Philippines. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Ambassador Professor Dr. Esther Mala and
Yeah,
Dr.
thank you.
Andrew. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for accepting our invitation. You are always our favorite, one of our favorite speakers and panelists on our events. And welcome you again. And I will pass the floor to Dr. Anjum, our project leader, to take over. Dr. Anjum. Are you okay now, Dr. Anjum?
Yeah.
She was not well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it cold?
Yeah,
Is it
great.
raining at your place? Oh, okay. Fine. We can start now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Esther. And good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Anjum Qureshi from India. And today we are back with our session on leadership talk with experts, in which real talk with experts, in which we discuss about SDGs, every different SDGs in every week. And today we are having with one more important topic about HR leadership and management. We know that whenever we think about any kind of organization, the leadership roles and the HR management, these are very, very important, because this is a position where we focus on policies, recruitment, payroll, performance, training, and administration, on inspiring the employees, on recruiting the employees, building culture, and lots more. In fact, this role defines employee satisfaction and organizational goals. And many of you will be thinking how we are going to relate it to SDGs. And yes, this is what we'll be doing today. And we'll be relating it to not just one, but more than one SDGs, like SDG 4 and SDG 17. To discuss on this topic, we have our esteemed panelist, Dr. Randy from Philippines, and it's a pleasure to have you, sir. So to start with the discussion, when we talk about HR,
excuse me, Dr. Anjum. And today's topic, I forgot to mention just now, I missed it. Our topic today is building future future ready
Yeah.
workforce, the role of HR and leadership towards 2030. Thank you. Please.
Yes. Yes. So if we continue on discussing like how we are going to build a future-ready force by 2030, we'll be discussing on what will be the role of HR and what will be the role of leadership and how. But this we will be achieving SDG 4, SDG 8, and SDG 17. To start with the discussion, sir, firstly, I would like to know from you, like, how can HR leaders and organizations design workforce development strategies to ensure employees remain future ready in the era of AI, automation, and digital transformation by 2030?
So once again, mabuhay, greetings from the Philippines. Thank you so much for that, Professor Dr. Anjum, for that really great question about the role of HR leaders in organization in redesigning workforce development strategies. These are all actually very important as we are facing now um, the new era, the future ready in the era of AI, automation, and digital, transformation, and it's leading towards not just only seeing to 2030, but actually it's happening as of this time 2026, right? So HR, and I know many companies right now, HR practitioners or experts um, must now shift from the traditional training approaches to to continuous agile and technology enabled learning systems. So they don't need to confine themselves in the traditional way. And organization should invest in lifelong learning, digital literacy, AI readiness, and reskilling programs to help employees adapt to changing job demands. So, in the Philippines, in the context in the country, industries such as BPO or the business processing outsource, hospitality, healthcare, and education are already experiencing, digital transformation. And even it happens in before pandemic, and HR departments can now partner with universities, with the government in online learning platforms that which provides actually micro credentials, certifications, and flexible training opportunities. And globally, as you all know, that organizations are now focusing not only on technical skills but also on human skills such as creativity, adaptability, emotional intelligence, which is very critical. And also, one of the most important skills as well is the critical thinking skills. So, future ready organizations are those that are actually creative in terms of learning culture, and where employees are continuously grow alongside technology advancement, meaning to say that companies should also really embrace changes in technology, adapting with the systems, and a lot more. So I guess that's actually the premise that we have to look into if you're working in human resource development and organization or human resource management department.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Randy. That was really great, well explained on each and every aspect of how HR leaders and organization redesign workforces and workforce development strategies. Yeah, as now since Dr. Anjum is not here, I'll go towards the next question. Do you need to use the slide?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
okay. So
would you
may
like
I ask
to?
the second question? Are you ready? Can I
Oh,
ask
sure.
second question? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Um, yeah, what role do educational institution, industries, and governments play in creating collaborative ecosystems that support lifelong learning and skill development aligned with human resource management goals under SDG 4 and SDG 17?
Okay. So we all know SDG 4 and SDG um 17, right? So this is more on quality education and partnerships for the goals. Now, as to the question, what the role, what role do educational institutions or industries in the government should really play as of this time? Well, educational institutions, schools, industries or universities, industries, and the government, as I said earlier, they need really or they must work together. This is actually to bridge the gap between the trainings that the educational institutions are now providing towards employment. So universities or schools should modernize curriculum and strengthen experiential, learning. And at the same time, industry should provide internships, mentorships, and real-world exposure. So, in fact, no, in our school, in our institution, in our university, what we're doing, we make sure that we make partnership. We created what we so called the industry board. So the board now provide us guidance in crafting effective curricula in order to meet, of course, the standards of the industry, not just only to comply with the minimum requirements of the government, set by the governments. So now the government plays a crucial role through policies, of course, funding and national workforce development initiatives. So in our case, again, in the Philippines or in the Philippine context, agencies such as the Commission on Higher Education, the Technical Education Skills Development Authority, really contributed to this upskilling and workforce readiness through industry academic partnerships, and that's the SDG 17. And of course, in providing technical training programs, because as you all know, we have millions actually of workers, Filipino workers across the globe, and um, we're proud to say that these are actually products of the partnerships of the industry and school or academe, which are actually happening in our country and globally. In the global context, collaborative ecosystems such as SDG 4 or the quality education, by ensuring inclusive and quality education, and SDG 17 by promoting, of course, partnerships that prepare learners and workers for future labor market demands. I'd like to highlight or give emphasis to the partnerships that I've mentioned earlier between schools or universities and the industry, because sometimes there's the connotation of people will say there's a job mismatch. The job mismatch will happen if we don't make the collaborations, we don't do collaborations with the industry. The industry should guide us in setting standards on what to deliver, how to conduct training properly, and of course, even the use of technology, because even if the university or the school will just use AI, and if the company or the industries cannot actually absorb and they're not using any AI, there's no match of the knowledge in or the training. So there should always be a partnership between the two, the university or the school and the industry. So that's it.
Yeah, Dr. Randy, your slide is not moving. Are you not using the slide, or are you coming back later with your slide?
Yeah, now
Ah,
it can be seen.
yeah, now we are on the first slide. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, when you want to answer the questions you on your slide, then it's
Okay. Yeah, that was
is
a perfect answer, Dr. Randy, because as you talked about how the educational institutions are going to help us, and these institutions will be playing, of course, a crucial role in bridging the gap between academia and industry by upskilling the students, by helping them to get a practical knowledge and technical competences, by getting involved with internships and project-based learnings, working on projects and collaborations with industries. So this will give them real-world exposure.
Mhm.
And this will also help the students to have a strong foundation so that they the students get prepared to meet the evolving industrial demands, and they contribute effectively for the economic and the social development. Now, the next thing, if we talk about leadership, because leadership means we think that an effective leadership should foster inclusive growth by creating opportunities for learning, for encouraging innovation. So, in this regard, I would like to have one more question for you. Like, how can leadership foster inclusive workplaces that will promote decent work opportunities, employee well being, and equitable career growth in alignment with SDG 8?
Okay. So, leadership plays a vital role in creating inclusive and people centered workplaces. So, if you're one of the leaders, you must ensure fair opportunities. You need to ensure there's a safe working environment. You need to ensure the employee's wellness. And you need also to provide equal access to career advancement, regardless of gender, the background, or the status. So in our country, Philippines, organizations are now increasingly recognizing the importance of mental health, work-life balance, and employee engagement, especially after pandemic. Inclusive leadership also means listening to employees, valuing diversity, and promoting psychological safety. And true to all countries around the world, companies that invest in employee well-being inclusion tend to experience higher productivity, innovation, retention. Doesn't work under, SDG 8. It's not only about employment. This is all about dignity, sustainability, and HR um, development. That is why in my slides, as you can see, the role of HR, from the workforce transformation partner, learning and development architect, culture builder, employee wellness advocate, diversity inclusion champion. But you can see also the leadership responsibilities the leader should have. These are the things that you need to possess to inspire adaptability, to encourage innovation, to build psychological safety, and to promote ethical decision making and support lifelong learning. So these are the things that you as a leader, if you are now in the company, in the industry, you must always to possess this. And if we will just align everything in the SDG is like to promote life. SDG 4, uh, the quality education to promote lifelong learning and employability skills. The SDG 8 is decent work, which ensure productivity, employment, fair opportunity, and safe workplaces. But of course, the SDG 17, the partnerships, the strengthen collaboration among schools, industry, government, and international institutions. And actually, you as a leader should have, a wider and a growth mindset rather than a closed, someone who's just being on the top and not listening to your subordinates and just do whatever you like without even thinking of what will happen next to your team or to your company.
Yes, of course, sir. As you said, that leadership is no longer just administrative. And of course, there are going to be new HR roles. And according to that, even the kind of skills that will be requiring it will change. Because leadership, as you say, it will help in fostering inclusive growth by creating equal opportunities, by encouraging collaboration, by building safer and more supportive workplaces for everyone. But if you look at the industries nowadays with the technological advancements, the set of skills that they require, they are different. They require a diverse set of skills so that the individuals, when they enter the industry, they are able to adapt to the changing professional environments and the technological advancements. So, yes, of course, these skills, the required skills, will continue to evolve with emerging technologies and the industry expectations. So here I would like to ask you, like, what are the most critical skills and leadership qualities required for the workforce of 2030, and how can HR departments effectively identify and nurture them?
Um, the workforce of 2030 will require a combination of digital and human-centered competencies. So critical skills include AI literacy, analytical thinking, adaptability, communication, collaboration, creativity, and emotional intelligence. So leadership qualities such as empathy, ethical decision making, resilience, and inclusivity will become an increasingly important in managing diverse and technology driven workplaces. So HR departments now can now nurture these competencies through competency based recruitment, leadership development programs, mentoring, coaching, succession planning, and what do you call that? Continuous learning initiatives. And of course, performance management system should also measure innovation, collaboration, adaptability, not only technical output. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, we're heading towards 2030, but this actually, some of these skills I've mentioned are actually essential nowadays. We started even before. For example, as we really wanted to get quality and effective employees, we need someone who knows how to communicate. Communication skills will never ever um, be eliminated in the list. So that's really part of the skills, even before pandemic, during pandemic, after pandemic, and even after 2030, communication skills will still be there. What I'm trying to say, there are skills that the human resource department or experts should look into, will still which are still applicable, which are still essential or crucial even beyond 2030. That's one, the communication, and of course the AI literacy, because as we are now embracing modernization, technology, and everything, so AI is now part of our daily lives. So this is also part of our daily operation. So what we can do is really make sure that we work with this, we work with this technology, and make sure that it aids and helps, in providing assistance in doing our job in our operations. And aside from that, emotional intelligence. So how can we now move forward? Because this is one of the things that AI cannot just only uh, cannot program in AI. So the emotional intelligence. Though I know that there's already robots created in other continents, in Western countries, but of course we are still, the globe was not still um, saturated by these computers, and so we still need this skills or critical skills, and the leadership qualities that the workforce should really possess in 2030 and beyond. Yeah.
You, of course, you very well actually described the different skills that will be needed, technical skills, human skill, leadership qualities that will be needed, and especially the skills like analytical thinking, empathy, resilience, adaptability. And of course, all these skills are necessary for building a future ready workforce. But one thing that I would like to speak to is like along with developing these competences, it is equally important to maintain a balance between the technological advancements and also the effective leadership practices. Because sustainable growth, it can be achieved when innovation is guided by responsible leadership that values human connection, that values ethical decision making, and also inclusive development. So here, for this, I have one more question for you. Like, in what ways do you think that organizations can balance technological advancements with human-centered leadership to build resilient, ethical, and sustainable workflow places for the future?
um, okay, so organizations right now must recognize the technology, as I've mentioned earlier, the existence of technology in, in human life. So the organizations now must recognize that technology should enhance human potential rather than replace the human value. So while AI and automation improve efficiency, human-centered leadership ensures that employees remain engaged, respected, and empowered. So as I mentioned also earlier, that we cannot already eliminate AI or technology in our daily lives or daily operations in the businesses or in our organization. What we need to do is just embrace, make use of it, and make sure that we still retain, the employees' engagement. We respect our people and we empower them, because whether we like it or not, we people still manufacture. We people, we program, we maneuver this, this all of this system into technology. So balancing technology and humanity means, of course, using AI ethically, protecting employees' well-being, maintaining human connection as well, because that's the only, one of the things that AI cannot just do. And encouraging inclusive decision making. Of course, there are things that AI cannot just decide for our own sake, but it should also be driven by how we actually provide them. We provide information to them before they will give us some suggestions or their own opinions or suggestions or recommendations. And as well as balancing technology and humanity means um, supporting continuous learning. So both actually across the globe, we find um, resilience. The concept of resilience comes from the organization that combine innovation with empathy. Sustainable workplaces are built actually when leaders prioritize not only productivity but also the purpose, also ethics, and the people development. At the end of the day, as a human resource expert, we need also to be mindful of like how we handle our people. That's why we need to know what's the purpose of that particular person, the value that it creates or that contributes to the company, the ethical standards that you set for the company organization, and how we develop to make our people competitive, to make our people effective, and to make our people productive. And AI, as I said, AI will just be there to assist or to aid to whatever we do in our daily operations. But the people will still be the one who will handle or supervise this AI. So it's just a matter of like balancing technology and humanity after all.
Yes, sir. Of course, it is about balancing technology and humanity because technology has the power to enhance human potential. But at the same time, it should support human capabilities rather than replacing them completely. And because, as you said, technology has become an essential part of life, making it important for individuals to use it wisely and responsibility should be taken care of. At the same time, it is essential that we balance the technological advancements with the human qualities such as empathy, ethics, moral values, and concern for the overall well being. And if we develop this balance between innovation and humanity, then we can be essentially building a responsible, adaptable, and a future ready workforce. So it was great interacting with you, sir, and it was a very important topic that we need, and especially for the youth force that will be entering the workforce in the next few years after they finish their studies. And it is equally important to people like us who are already into some professional fields, because with the technological advancements, our roles are also changing. The kind of work we are doing and how we are adapting to technology, how we need to upskill ourselves. So there are a lot of changes that is going on, and I hope this session is helpful for each and every one of them. Thank you so much, Dr. Esther. Or if you would like to share your
Yeah.
latest. something?
Fantastic. Yeah, we really have a very good session now with Dr. Randy, and it's very interesting and very insightful. And I think we can just have a chat on this topic before we close. And I think, okay, like just now we saw we have three main elements, which is technical, human-centered, under human-centered leadership for sustainable workforce, workplaces, of course, relating to workforce. And first is technical skills. This is required, human skills and leadership qualities. Yeah. So let me see. I want to have the screen bigger. Okay. So, okay. So when mentioning about when we mention about this technical skills, our young people nowadays are superb. They are very good in technology, you know, even AI. You see, they're so good. And yesterday I came across an article where I read about in Singapore, 10-year students, yeah, 10 years old can create PPT, do presentation and all that. So that good they are. When we were 10 years old, we know nothing about it, you see. So when mentioning about technical uh, skills, there's no doubt. Yeah, our students are fantastic.
Mm.
They learn fast. They need very little guidance. They need very little supervision to excel technically. Okay, in IT or especially in AI and all that. Of course, this also leads to uh, abuse, abusing AI. Instead of AI also abuse human being, but we human being are also abusing AI. Okay,
Agree.
for many many different reasons, right, Dr. Randy?
Yeah, yeah, that's
You
true.
want?
That's true.
Yeah,
I
yeah. So
agree with you. You know, the use sometimes. In our elementary basic education, we also allowed our students already, our kids. Yeah, that's right.
uh,
That in the grade four, they can now, they can now present their own entrepreneurship and business plan proposal as early as
yeah.
grade four. So actually 10 years old. And they cannot
Mm,
defend, they have their products and everything. But sometimes, that is a good thing of using technology. But sometimes because of like irresponsible use of technology, sometimes it results to addiction, addiction of like using computers and a lot more. So something that government maybe or the school or institution should also look into, and all of us actually needs to be really responsible, because I always believe that the future really needs collaboration, partnerships. That is why I have included SAG 17 as part of this, that will touch not just only to emphasize the role of HR, the role of the school, but it should always be partnership, and even the parents should also guide the students or their kids along the way in terms of
yeah.
technology. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. You see, when the students are in school, yeah, the school can keep uh, a lot of things under control. Yeah, because during the schooling hours, the school, the teachers, the management know what to do, how to keep them under control, because they go by uh, the time, the subjects, what they study, what they do, practical, theory, everything is under control. But when they are the problem really starts when they go back home after school. Yeah, after school is a great challenge for everybody, even the teachers. They give homeworks maybe not done, and even the homeworks are done by AI, you see. So where does the critical things thinking comes in? You see, it's so convenient, and worse is now, I think in time to come, the technology is going so fast, so advanced, and the requirement at especially for those who graduate and going out to work, it looks like university education, tertiary education is going to be like almost redundant. Your certificate is going to be almost, it's not a bad news. It's, of course, if you don't learn, you know nothing. Yeah, you have to still study. But it looks like it's going to be redundant. Your certificate is going to be redundant when you don't have skills and you don't have other additional work ethics, workplace ethics and all that. So, I would like to mention about this. Yeah, as I said, critical thinking. Where does the critical thinking come when AI does the homework, AI does the research? Yes, AI is so useful. Again, you have to know your facts. The student need to know the facts, even to check if the AI is giving the right answer. So teachers, I think educators need to assist them on how to evaluate the answers which they get from AI. Yeah. So actually this AI is really challenging, putting everybody into trouble if they are not disciplined. But again, uh, of course, it brings a lot of advantages to us, benefits to all of us. Yeah. Like if you are lost totally on what to do, AI can give you some ideas. But again, as humans, we still got to think if that is correct, how to connect, how to relate it to what we want to do, what we know. Yeah. So mentioning about the ethical leadership. Yeah. Ethical leadership, we see what I can say that nowadays, I don't know whether I'm right. That's my view. But Dr. Rendi and Dr. Anjum, you can clarify on this matter. I think this day by day leadership, ethical leadership, or even ethics, good work ethics, are very rare thing. You see, students are very good. Once they graduate, they go out to work. Okay, or even the students in school. Okay, even in high school, they're very good at what they do. But when they go back home, they go out and meet their neighbors, meet their relatives, their family members. They are not attached. There's no bonding. Emotional intelligence is no. They are becoming more like a machine, AI robots, rather than real human beings. So how do you think, Dr. Anjum, Dr. Randy, how do you think we can help these students? It's really tough for the parents also, right?
Home parenting is also really, really very important. It plays a very vital role. That's why one of the programs of our institution is to make partnership with the parents for the basic ed. We make sure that we provide information about the use of gadgets, the use of AI, the use of technology. Then we also ask them to ensure that these are the things, we provide them with the task for the whole week, and they have to follow up or follow through with the kids at home. So that's how
Mhm.
we practice in our basic ed. For college in our college degree programs, we also limit the use of technology or the AI. Now, and we give, I always mention this because the curriculum will just be there. The curriculum will actually provide or guide students to learn about to master certain skills and profession, a certain task. But of course, not all of this will be mastered after they finish their degrees, and will still remember what they were gonna do after. Finishing. Just imagine for 4 years to think or to have so many subjects or courses along the way. They will not gonna master everything. But what is most important thing is the lifelong learning skills, communication, the discipline, interpersonal skills, because that, as mentioned by Professor um, Estera, you mentioned um, about when they go back home, they just go straight to their neighbors, or sometimes they don't actually. have the chance to talk to other people. They just go straight and hold their cell phones and check
Yeah.
their TikTok accounts, their Facebook accounts, or to whatever watch they're gonna watch in their Netflix or whatsoever. They don't have fire. They don't have social life anymore. So
Yeah.
what we are telling them, we give really time, 15 to 20 minutes to you know, give some sermon or tell them stories about how important to do interpersonal skills, the social skills, etc., etc. And I hope that we in the hope, of course, of our school, that the students, when they go back home, they will find time to talk to their elders. They will find time to talk to their neighbors. So that's what we actually are doing. But of course, at the end of the day, it's all up to the students when they go back home, what they're gonna do and how they will practice what we taught them in the whole day at school.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true, Dr. Randy. We can do that, but yeah, if you ask me, I would say that in schools we don't make it the academic session too academic, in a sense that
Yes,
all about technology. Yeah, like
correct.
moral subjects. Moral subjects are very important.
Moral.
Yeah, moral subject can cover many areas where they can teach about interaction with their colleagues, interaction with the
Mm.
teachers, you know, with their neighbors. All this can be taught. Why it is important? Why interaction with human beings are important? Yeah, to
Mhm.
balance out the technology, knowledge in technology, and human ethics and leadership. This is very vital. So this is what they can incorporate into curriculum. But when they come back home, the parents, most of them are working nowadays. They once they come back home, okay, they must find time to sit down and talk to the child every day, at least 5 to 10 minutes. Sit down with them at the dinner table. Talk to them. Hey, how was your day? You know, don't talk about how many marks they got in their subject. That you can talk weekend when you're free. You see, you can check on their academic performance and all that. But daily, because why I say daily, because your child now need human touch more than machine touch or technology touch, because they're already having more than enough. Their handphones, their laptops, yeah, their exposure in schools with their friends and all that. So by doing this, we can create more human child rather than robot, because we are all moving into that. I think parents are very upset when they hear you say they are becoming robots, because parents don't know what is happening to them. Actually, many of them, they only see the end results. What is your marks? How did you score? You know, that's all. But they don't know the process. Only the teachers know. The teachers know the progress of the child, the behavior of the child. So this we have to pay a serious attention to it. And once we are talking, okay, later leadership qualities. Okay, leadership qualities. When we mention this, especially those graduates who go out to work, they don't know how to be human again. They don't have empathy towards their employer. Even they think employer uh, is getting money from skies. You see, they don't understand. They are paid for their work. All this we have to do it in school, before they leave. This part we have to teach, groom the students before they go out to work. You see, teach them who are employers, what is an organization. They don't know. Even if I was so surprised when I engaged some of the university professors to join me as my project leaders. I said they know nothing. They know nothing about organization, but not like Dr. Randy. He's running the whole organization. You know, he's management expert. But the rest, I see many professor doctors, they are very good in their academically, whatever they have done, they have mastered, they are very good. No doubt about that. But other than that, they don't know. What is organization? How does the organization function? How do you render your respect to the superior? You know, they don't know. They don't understand, because we are in a community. We are under an organization. At home is an organization. When you go out to work, you go to school or university, it is an organization. So there is ethics to follow. You see, all this they don't know. Our students are ignorant. That's why you find them job hopping, not happy with the company, not happy with the boss, not happy with the colleague, not happy with the environment, the dress code. They don't understand. You go and work in a company, you are the image of the company. They are so demanding. They want to go to work by wearing jeans and t-shirt, torn jeans. Some even wear torn jeans. Unless the company allows you work from home, you can wear anything you like. You can wear shorts and do your work. Nobody is going to bother. But if you go out to an office, to an organization, you must respect. You see, all this they don't know. They don't know. That's why even employers are having problem. A lot of problem. You can be graduate, but you don't know your work ethic, workplace ethics. You don't know. You don't. Some don't even say, like they say. I read a few. I think I watched a video. They are saying they don't even know how to write emails. They say hi. How do you write a formal email with hi? You see, we can still apply, dear, unless you know the person very well. You are writing. It's not a formal letter. It's more like a formal email, but it's to a friend like me. Say, maybe I write to Dr. Randy or Dr. Anjum. Hi, Dr. Randy. It's okay because we are more like friends. We know each other. If I'm writing to invite you to my organization, then I have to address you properly. I cannot say hi. Okay, hi, dude. I cannot say that. But this is what the youngsters are doing. You see, they don't even know how to write, yes, an email properly. You see? So they are not aware. They are good in their studies. They are fantastic in their studies. Technical knowledge are superb. But this is very important. How you carry yourself, how you dressed, how you talk to people. All this is important. They don't know. Because I myself, in my work, in my business, I deal with a lot of people. I see they are engineers. They are so good. They are construction engineers, but they can't even write a proper email. Often, most of the time, they send to me the draft. I have to correct it and send to them, okay, send this to my principal. Is it to solve the problem? So if like this, how are you going to be a problem solver? You see? So I think coming back to school, okay, university or school or college, I think because the AI is there, they comfortably ask everything from AI and just put down in their papers and just submit to you. The best thing is we give homework, whatever they have to do, assignments. You come back and you do the presentation. From there, we can understand whether how much they know about what they are doing. Otherwise, they don't know anything, but they produce fantastic work, right? Very impressive work, but they don't know what they're doing. Like for my example, for my aerospace, because I've been teaching many years from all levels. So I learn also, you know, as we teach, we are educators. As we teach, we also learn a lot of things. We see how to make the students understand better, to do things better. So what I do for my aerospace program, each and every student of mine have to do a special presentation on what they study. First is the notes. Whatever you study, send me the notes, what you understand. Next, do the presentation. You see, if they come, they just copy the notes and put there. I say, no, you have to present. I want to hear. And with the PPT, you see, even the PPT, I comment on that, how they can improve. Because you see, like Dr. Randy, I think you also observe, Dr. Anjum also observe, many of our scholars, professors, doctors, they do presentation. Sometimes you look at the presentation, it's so boring. It's so boring. It's so boring. You see? So they don't know the aspect of, like now we are doing this live. Why I put the background, you know, put the interaction, little bit of chat. All this is to keep the audience focus and make it interesting. So when you do a presentation, we should be sensitive to the audience, whether it's hybrid, or online. We have to be sensitive, because the other side, the other part who are listening are human beings. So we have to do nice, colorful, very presented, well presented images there, so that people can focus and understand what you're talking about. So all this need to be taught to the students. It's not that just copy paste, put whatever is there, make it boring. It doesn't look good, right or not, Dr. Randy? Like this, yeah. Like you see, like today you made the slide, you highlighted the topic. Okay, there's no much images, fine. You highlighted the topic at least. Some just copy paste from somewhere, it looks very dull and all that. So if this is how they're going to do, how are they going to teach the students to do a good presentation? So we educators, academics have to set a good example for the students. So we got to be sensitive to all this. So it's a very interesting topic, Dr. Randy. I really like this topic. What do you say, Dr. Anjum? Yeah, you're muted. Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah. That was really a very interesting topic, and we need to think over it because, and especially like you were talking about the presentation, it really highlighted the points. In fact, even if due to some reasons, if you are not able to listen properly, but still, if you look at the slides, we could easily know. And the way Dr. Randy classified the skills, like technical skills, human skills, leadership skills, that was the best thing that we did. And when we talk about skills, we just talk like very generalized skills. But there is a classification of skills, and there is that we need to know. That was really very, very pleasant. Thank you very much.
Yes, very good, very good. There's a lot of things actually. I know educators are overloaded with a lot of things nowadays. Although the more we have the assistance of AI, it's not becoming easier. Yeah. So, but still, we have to look at all these aspects because we are the producers of the products. Our products are students. Yeah, future leaders. Our products are future leaders of nation, leaders of company, yeah, CEOs and all that. So just imagine if we have machines like this, they don't empathize with their employee. Maybe our students become the CEO of a company. Even they want to do their own startups. They don't know how to handle their company, their own business. Yeah, they don't have empathy. Yes. So all these are very serious matters. So I think while we develop the skills of the students in AI, in their knowledge, we should also educate them to be more human. We have to incorporate subjects which will make them more human, and practical activities, get-togethers, some light moments with the students. Maybe can say every day before the last subject, towards the end of the last subject for the day, maybe they can have interaction section with the students, teachers and students, make them talk, make them interact, make it fun. So this helps for everybody, even for the teachers, because after a heavy day, they can have some light moments, get to know, and the students will feel more at liberty to communicate with the educators, right? Maybe if they have their own personal problem, they can approach the teachers, educators. You see, there's a lot of things they wouldn't want to share with their parents because they are afraid that parents might not like it. So every teacher is actually a friend. We must show to them we are friends. They are friends. We are always there for them. You see, if you ask me, it's a very beautiful relationship. I don't have to tell you all are educators. You have taught many students. So the relationship between uh, the teachers and the students are very, very unique actually. So I still have some of my students who still have contact after so many years. They still come back. They are grown up and still they come back to me with their personal problem, their family problem. They come and tell you, you know, they still call you teacher. I have this. Can I talk to you? Is it? It's something. It's a service to mankind as well. So we have to create, to sum up the whole thing is that human resource. Yeah, we were talking about human resource. We need to make our students more human as we travel along uh, this technology path, which is really going very fast. Yeah. So I think we have to develop all these skills. They have to develop skills. They have to know more than one skills, not confined to what they have studied. And we have to make them understand why the rest, because they don't see the workplace, what they're going to face in workplace. We are working adults, no matter whatever industry we are. So we know about organizations, what is the expectation, and they are totally oblivious of all this. So we have to prepare them and tell them why they need all these extra skills beside what they master in or major in. Yeah. So, Dr. Randy, you want to say anything before we close? Thank you so much for allowing me to talk. It doesn't happen in every session. Yeah, it doesn't happen in every session. But that
Yes,
was
yes. I would really love to have this session with you. Maybe to talk, maybe we can discuss also in our future session about community
yes,
development and civic welfare services. These are the things
yes,
that I'm also passionate also about, as I am also handling one of the offices. I'm the executive director of the Howard Welfare Philippines. This is a civic welfare organization. It's a non government organization that
uh-huh,
handles first children's, a community, about we're doing some feeding program, community extension services to kids, malnourished kids in the area, because these are the things also I've shared with my students. They
yeah,
need also to look at what is happening in the society. We
yes,
need to be ambitious sometimes. We need to set our goals really high to achieve their
yes,
goal. This goals we have to really work hard, etc. We have to study hard, etc., etc. But we have to look back where we came from and how
yeah,
to to help the community. In that way, I know they will also be disciplined. They will know how to appreciate things, and they will have the drive also to help the community they belong. So maybe in the next sessions that we'll have. I'm so excited to share also.
Oh,
Uh,
you can. You're most welcome. You're most
yeah,
welcome, Dr. You can always ping me if you wish to have a session. You're always welcome.
I'll be glad to share our best practices also in community outreach programs and community extension programs. There's how many kids already I've helped in terms of like supporting their education, etc., etc. I'm not rich, but I am rich in good things, in kind things, and I have so many connections in terms of community development. So something that is actually I'm passionate about, that I'd like to share to you and to the viewers you have, Professor. So
Yes,
thank you,
yes.
thank you
Yeah,
so much
Dr.
for
Randy,
this.
I would like to share one thing is that you see sometimes how we can contribute to the community. A lot of people, this is for our audience as well. A lot of people think we have to really step out of our house. We have to find time, a lot of time, maybe many hours, in order to get ourselves engaged with the society or people outside. Okay, maybe outside our country, outside our state, our city. I think they can start. You need not, because everybody is engaged, is fully packed. Our life is fully packed with a lot of activities, our daily commitment routines. But what we can do is that a little time, you know, it is also like de-stressing yourself from your normal hectic routine. What I do is that because we are all educators. Our heart is for the people, especially youngsters. Yeah, youngsters. So our heart, if you ask me, what I do is that what others can also do, maybe during weekends when you can find time, what you can do, just like me, what I do, I just installed TikTok few months ago because I know I don't have time to go on social media. You know, I go very fast, I come out very fast. That's why I make a lot of spelling mistakes sometimes because I just don't like to type very long because we have to, or we always think that what we have next to do, right? So, but I did once when I was a bit bored on during weekend. I have no mood to watch TV. I have no mood to do work, anything. I don't touch my laptops. I just went on my TikTok and I was reading. Why I say this is very, I learned something from here. That's why I'm sharing. You see, it's how you use and how you see social media, right? So we adults, we know how to use it. Again, I have to qualify this. Not many adults know how to use social media. Yes, they also post a lot of nonsense there. They post many wrong things, especially TikToks. You know, what I did is that one of the evening I was feeling a bit bored. I was just scrolling through. Suddenly I saw a live session. This live session is all youngsters, okay, young people sharing their problems. And this host is also a very young girl. She's I think she did a biochemistry, and she's doing some online business as well, selling perfumes and all. I know, Dr. Randy, I won't take much of your time. It's a very busy day for you. You know, Philippines is horrible, the traffic jam, but just give me a few minutes because this is very important for our audience as well. You see what they do when I was listening. I was listening for about 15 to 20 minutes. I was listening. They were communicating. I just watch, I listen, what they are talking about. And this girl was sharing about the character of her ex-boyfriend who always give her problem. Youngsters, they are below 20, 20, 21, 20, you know, around that age range, you know, 17, 18, 19. So they are talking among them and telling, oh, this guy did like this, like this. They don't understand, but they come and tell what is the problem. So you see, we have to teach the students and our children how to use social media ethically. Don't share your personal problem on social media. Everybody is listening. Unless you have a group of your own like this, you can have a Zoom session, gather your friends and discuss. It's nothing wrong. But if you to discuss publicly in social media, it's very dangerous. From year 2021 till 2025, about 4,000 youngsters missing. Some dead, you know. Many couldn't be found. All this why? Because of the influence of social media and wrong usage of the social media. So they share their problems. Yeah. And towards after that, after observing, I requested to speak to the host, you know, and she allowed me to speak. So I explained to her, this is a narcissistic behavior we have for male and female. I go in and guide them because I do all this. I'm a youth development coach as well. So I explain to them what is the problem with the person, how should you handle the situation, you know, how you should cut off, why you should cut off. So this kind of sharing, not all parents know, you see. So it's okay. This is also a community service. So all of us, like parents, educators, we can also spend time and educate. Right after the session, many of them I didn't see because I was talking, and many of them been texting. They want to reach me for advice, some guidance, and all. So after that, one of the student contact me. She's doing her medical. She's in doing her medicine final year, and she's mentioning she came to know this guy over social media and fall in love with him, and now she's so confused. She's having a lot of problem because of different ethnic and religion. She doesn't know what to do. She's sitting for exam, final exam. So what I could contribute, I gave her some advice. I let her see where is the wrong, how she can help herself and solve the problem. So you need not spend many hours, maybe once a week, 1 hour. This could help some people. So we can also do the same in school. Towards the last subject of the day, we can spend time talking to them. If they need counseling, the class teacher should be able to spend time with the student to give counseling one-to-one. We should encourage this. We can keep them in track. Okay, thank you. I think we can talk, we can go on and on with this topic because there's a lot of things to talk. Such an interesting topic, Dr. Randy. Thank you so much. Glad to have you. And thank you. So, you know why? Because I know the life in Philippines, the traffic is horrible. Are you at home now?
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm good.
So,
Mm.
I know how tired you will be, and thank you so much for coming again. And we'll meet again with another interesting topic. Thank you, Dr. Anjum,
Yes, yes.
a wonderful
Thank you
host,
so much.
always. you know, and Dr. Randy had been with us. This is the third year, isn't it? Third year you are with us.
Yeah. Thank you so
You are
much.
you are never forgotten. You're never forgotten. Okay, thank you. Thank you again, dear audience. Thank you for your support. I really do believe that you have gained much from this session. And watch us on YouTube, like and share. Thank you.